There's a company the Miami Valley can count on to shed light on new ways to conserve, to help empower our region, to help take the first steps into the future. Our rebates on new air conditioners and heat pumps, discounts on CFLs, and free refrigerator recycling are just a few ways you can save both money and energy. Tomorrow starts today with DP&L.
Having fun at the supermarket is one thing. Making time to do it is another. That's why Dr. Sears suggests Step 9. Add a whole food-based supplement to the family diet.
There's no substitute for just wholesome, real, whole foods. The fact is, children have erratic eating habits, and we don't live in an ideal world.
That's why Dr. Sears recommends Juice Plus to his patients.
The difference about Juice Plus is from 17 different fruits and vegetables, all conveniently packaged in a little capsule. Many vitamins, many minerals, and many phytonutrients, all those acting together. Even though Juice Plus comes in a capsule and could be perceived as a pill, it really belongs in the skills model because Juice Plus helps the body muster up the fruits and vegetables, those phytonutrients.
Welcome to DOC Stadium for tonight's match between the Colorado Rapids and your Dayton Dutch Lions. Tonight, the players are being escorted by the Special Olympics athletes of Butler County and the soccer players from Bellbrook Soccer Club. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's starter for the Colorado Rapids are number 23, Joe Nasco. Number 44, Gail Agbasamande. Number 21, Frank Van de Castillo. Number 5, Thomas Pierme. Number 16, John Neskins. Number 35, Sam Raven. Number 28, David Armstrong. Number 34, Quentin Pearson. Number 13, Kamani Hill. Number 57, Carlos Alvarez. Number 19, Charles Elondo. The Colorado Rapids are coached by Steve Cook and Chris Sharp. And the starters for your Dayton Dutch Lions. Number 30, Matt Williams. Number 24, Taylor Bowen. Number 28, Ben Sweet. Number 31, Matt Wyatt. Number 21, Shintaro Harada. Number 16, Brock Granger. Number 6, Sebastian Ferrier. Number 9, David Clemens. Number 26, Christian Camacho. Number 17, Cameron Vickers. And number 10, Karamba Yanni. The officials your Dutch Lions are coached by Matt Weston, assisted by Jack Hermans and Catherine Gordon. The officials for tonight's match are Donovan Nuche, assistant referee number 1, Eric Tattersall, assistant referee number 2, Robert Hope, and the 4th referee, Matt Fosha. Now please rise and remove your caps and join us in honoring our country and those who serve it with the playing of our national anthem. Our national anthem will be sung by Katie Grinalda. She's a junior from Centerville, Ohio. She sings in the a cappella group Forte, which just got ranked this week as the #1 a cappella group in the nation.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous skies, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and all King's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Almost age as that star-spangled banner yet waved o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave.
Humid Dayton Outpatient Center Stadium. for tonight's game between the Dayton Dutch Lions and the Colorado Rapids Reserves. My name's Andy Brewer, and with me tonight is Lee Malwin, and we will be your hosts as the Lions hope to get off to their first win of the season here at Dayton with just 2 games to go.
0-10-2 record at home for the Dutch Lions. Hasn't been an easy stretch, but they're now led under head coach Matt Weston, and they've been off to a good roll under the new head coach. 1 win, 0 losses, and 2 ties, all of those on the road. Let's see if the change of tides make it back to Dock Stadium.
We'll definitely have our fingers crossed and hope to see that. If you could go ahead and give us the lineups there, Lee.
Here's your lineups for the Colorado Rapids Reserves. They're led by head coach Pablo Mastroeni, along with Steve Cook, John Metgod, and Chris Sharp. In the net tonight for the Rapids Reserves is John Nasco. They'll have a 4-5-1 system with your defenders Thomas Piermeyer, John Neeskins, Grant Van de Castile, and Gale Abaso Mande. Your 5 midfielders for the Rapids Reserves are as follows. You have Kamani Hill, the captain of the Rapids Reserves, David Armstrong, Quentin Pearson, Sam Rabin, and Carlos Alvarez. And your 1 forward up front will be Charles Ilundo. Now for the Dutch Lions, Matt Williams in goal, along with your 4 defenders. They'll have a 4-3-3 system. Shintaro Harada, Taylor Boland, Ben Sweat, and Matt Wyatt in the back. Your midfielders are Sebastian Terrier, David Clemens, and the new captain of this Dutch Lions squad, Brock Granger. Karamba Janet, Cameron Vickers, and Christian Camacho up front for the orange-clad Dayton Dutch Lions.
Tonight's the first time we get to see Matt Weston's team in action, and there have been some changes from the previous manager. The lineup especially. We look at the new captain. We have Brock Ranger taking over for Joel DeLass. Brock used to be our central defender, and he's moved into midfield now. Gives him more time on the ball, I think. Some new players up front. Janae, first time we've gotten to see him at home. Also on the team now, we have Camacho, and on the bench, another new player, Detelier. I expect to see him a little bit later on in the game.
While we have a quick break, let's tell you our officials for tonight's game. Your center referee is Donovan Nucha, along with assistant referee number 1, Eric Tattersall, assistant referee number 2, Robert Hope, and your 4th referee is Matt Fortier.
I'm just looking on the field, I notice we have number 35 in there for the Rapids. It's Robin?
Sam Rabin.
Raven, okay. He doesn't have a name on his shirt, so that's one I got to look out for.
Something interesting about the Rapids Reserves, too. They do not have the color scheme of their parent club, the Colorado Rapids of the MLS. It's blue and red, kind of like Dayton Flyers colors.
Maybe that'll be a benefit for our home team, the Dayton Lions here. Ball now punched into the box and swept away there by number 28, Armstrong. Bowling takes a throw, it's cut out. 16 Nashkins now plays the ball forward. Colorado looked like they're playing with a lone striker up ahead, that being Alundu. It's him on the ball now, trying to cut inside. Control there, number 34 is Pearson. Playing out to 35, Robin. We'll try and get used to these names and some unfamiliar faces we have here. Ben Sweat now playing for the Lions again, back down from the Columbus Crew. Good to see him here. Brock Ranger now harassing Colorado. Ball played out wide. I want to call this guy Gale because I really am going to butcher his last name if I try to say it too much. First name is Gale. I'm going to stick with Gale. Hopefully he's not offended by that. And Sweat makes a run out the outside. Vickers now with the ball. Cuts back. Laid forward long, looking for Jana. Jana has a much smaller presence up front than we're used to. Usually we have Felix or Brookhausen up there leading the line. Before that was Aaron Schoenfeld, all of them 6-footer plus. And a little kick after the play there by Gale. Caught Clemens. Ranger now plays it out to Harada, who's playing in defense. Normally plays midfield, but he has played defense before. Harada plays it through the middle, looking for Vickers. Vickers unable to control the ball, and it is hacked away by the Rapids. Vickers combining with Ben Sweat on this left side. Gale seems to be a feisty character. He's having another nibble there, and the referee is telling him, I think that's the last chance. Quick ball played forward. Talking with Jack Hermans, the assistant coach before the game, we should expect to see a more attacking approach again by the Lions.
So far, I like the pressure that Dayton's putting up on the Colorado Rapids reserves, moving the ball quite nicely up front.
Keeper looking to send this long. The coach for the Rapids up there telling number 44 just to calm down a little bit. Vickers now with the ball. Tries to go around. Ball cut out by Van de Castile and then taken out of play by Courier. Referee asking for the ball to be placed nearer to where the offense actually happened. Played quickly in there to Alvarez. Alvarez is going to look to the left-hand side. Ball played in there to Hill, who was unable to get the cross through. Nashkins. Courier plays it out left towards Ben Sweat. He has room to pick out a pass, and he goes cross field, and he's going to make it through there to, is it Clemens on the far? No, that's Camacho on the far side. Courier hit hard, coughs up the ball, but Granger wins it back. Cameron Vickers trying to steady it up. Jenna having his shirt pulled pretty extensively there by number 21, Van de Castile. Ball played long over the top, but cut out. Now it's Hill for Colorado. The ball popped up into the middle again. Wyatt there just cleaning up the mess. Wyatt with the ball now. Sweat hugging the touchline. Wyatt looks back towards Williams, pushing Harada out. Harada to get the ball. Harada carries it forward, brings it into Granger. Plays it quickly over the top, looking for Jenna. Yet to see him open up, but I'm assuming the way they're playing the ball, he must be fairly fast. Jenna came up from Ocala with the coach. Coach obviously knows a lot about him and thought he would benefit the Lions. So one of the 3 new players for the Lions.
Going back to the thought of play, both these teams playing a very physical game, and like you mentioned, it's really hot and steamy here. Save your energy.
Shot there coming in from Nashkins. It'll be interesting. I was saying earlier, you've got Colorado used to the altitude. Should give them a little bit of a benefit, you'd think, with fitness. And then you've got the muggy conditions here in Dayton, which I know they're not used to. It's very dry normally in Colorado. So it'll be interesting to see who favors either team. Courier now being harassed. Ball back to Harada. Camacho plays the ball forward. Looking for that overlap run, but it runs through to the keeper. USLProSoccer.com. Scores, stats, news, and more exclusively on USLProSoccer.com.
Andy, we're about entering 10 minutes of play here at Dog Stadium. What's been your impressions of both the Rapids and the Lions?
The Rapids, it's hard to tell. They look a little disjointed, but you were mentioning earlier, they haven't played a lot of games, competitive games as a team. So I don't know how often they get to play with each other. A couple of their players a little aggressive, I think, number 44 for an example, and I've seen some sharp pulling as well by Van de Castile. And as I say that, Elundu just cut outside of Harada, cuts into the box, but he stood up well by Matt Wyatt. The Lions getting used to seeing players playing in positions that they haven't done for the beginning of the season. Still trying to get a feel for that. It looks like they're trying to play the ball long through to Jenna as if he's a speed merchant. And here's, as I say that, they try one again. But used to a slower build-up, I guess, from the Lions. This one seems a little bit more quickly moving the ball forward, just playing on to the next level.
You also mentioned that the reserves haven't got a lot of chances to play unless they do get to play with their parent club Rapids. They get to play in the same place as Colorado do, but the MLS reserves become a dying breed where most of the teams are going over to USL Pro teams. Rapids, they'll go over to the new USL Pro team in Colorado Rapids next season, I believe.
Yeah, I think they're going to be playing a franchise out of the Springs there, Colorado Springs. We have a foul there on the edge of the area for Colorado, so this could be dangerous. Williams calling for a wall. Looks like Alundo is standing over the ball, as is Hill. On the edge of the box there. Pearson, Robin. Van de Castile has come forward. Looks like Gale's come forward. In fact, all the defenders are up there, along with Alvarez. And here's Alundo who takes the shot, and it comes off the wall, and it'll be a first corner for the Rapids. Actually, a fairly good turnout today. Looking down the crowd, I can hear the Orange Legion in good voice. Good to see a lot of folks out here.
And also we had a group, Ohio Dancers Elite, I believe, also out here making some noise as well. But yeah, nicely packed game tonight.
Corner comes in, Ben Sweat, the one to clear it. Played back in over the top, but that's easy for Williams to gather. And the Lions will now start pushing forward through Camacho. Nice turn. Oh, but stripped away there by Hill, who takes the long shot and sails harmlessly over the top. Matt Williams definitely not happy about something there. He's berating Taylor. Bowling is now on the ball. Harada. Wyatt's on the outside. Sweat's moving up the sideline. Vickers makes a run forward. Ball played into the middle. Flag stays down as Jenna and Vickers almost get in each other's way. Jenna takes the ball, cuts into the area. Nice shot across goal. Camacho following up just a little too far away to get a toe on that. And it's going to go out for a throw-in on the far side. But nice break there. More positive by the Lions. Matt Weston on the sidelines giving instructions to Williams, the goalkeeper. Throw in for the Rapids. Simple play back to the thrower. Clemens gets a foot in there. Clemens now with the left foot shot, almost sneaks in on the post, but Nasco down to collect, and he will slowly walk the ball forward.
Nice gobble up by Nasco. This is his fourth game with the reserves and his second start of the season, where he's amassed a 2-1-1 record. He's allowed 3 goals, and that's about a 1 goal allowed average per game.
Van de Castile now to play the ball forward. Robin chasing after it, but Ben Sweat calm under pressure. Wyatt and Granger. Granger out to Harada. Camacho first times it out to the outside. Boland's going up the outside. Jenna tries to control it. Makes it hard for Turriere, but Clemens now. And then Van de Castile for the Rapids to clean up. Harada in quickly, as always. Nice tackle there by Camacho, showing his steel. Ben Sweat now plays it forward, looking for Jana. Clemens. Oh, call given as a high foot as the ball clears the stands here on our side of the stadium. And that won't be coming back very quickly, I can assure you. The ever popular mascot Leo the Lion down here throwing t-shirts to the crowd, getting them fired up for the game.
You mentioned it before, Andy, but this is probably the loudest crowd that I've been a part of.
It is a good turnout. It's good to see.
Beautiful turnout. Very loud, too.
And Sweat here to take the throw. Vickers signals over him towards Turriere. Turriere now makes a run forward. Controls it. Sweat will play that back to Williams. Wyatt on the ball. Talking to Charles Herman, Wyatt probably the most improved player this season, he feels. Coming back from injury from last season. And he said you can see him growing in confidence with every game. Harada now comes forward, carries the ball. Quick pass through the Granger. Clemens bowling on the overlap. Jana in the middle. Cross over the top of him to the back there where Gale will now clear up. And Sweat to win the ball back, but it goes out for a throw. Not a lot of movement from the Rapids. Gale forced to go long, looking for Lindu. One back by the Lions. And a foul given there as Turriere is pulled to the ground. And Granger asking the referee to intervene as Colorado tries to stop the quick pass. Harada now not frightened to bring the ball forward. Camacho plays it back to him. Looking for movement up front. We got Ben Sweat hugging the touchline on this side as the ball starts to funnel its way over. Wyatt now striding forward. Sweat makes the run. Ball was to Sweat, and apparently it went out according to the assistant referee. Gale again looking for movement in front of him and not getting a lot of help from his teammates here. Long throw goes right into the middle of three Dutch Lions, and it's Brock Granger who heads the ball out of play again. Well, he goes long yet again. And Sweat on the ball, harassed by two of the Rapids. The ball played forward. Clemens tries to get ahead on it. Turriere brings it down well, plays a nice ball to the outside, giving bowling room to run. Matty Wyatt, Ben Sweat on the outside. Clemens caught in the middle and fouled. Granger back to Harada, bowling on the outside on the far side. He gets the ball. Camacho comes in, Granger makes himself available. Wyatt, then Sweat on the touchline yet again here, another outlet. Wyatt forced to play the ball through. Jana will chase that one. And it does make it through to Nasco and goal. And a poor kick from Nasco, which he immediately acknowledges. Results in Gale just hacking the ball into the stand towards the Orange Legion.
Use promo code LINE30 at any participating Dayton area Papa John's Pizza location.
Ben Sweat will throw the ball back to Matty Wyatt. Harada. Harada comes forward, plays Bolin. Bolin now with players in the middle. If he can get the cross there. Jana plays it back. Oh, just past Turriere. Ben Sweat now to pick it up. Plays it out to Vickers. Makes himself available. Vickers back to Sweat. Crossing opportunity. Ball's fired in, headed away. Hill now to Alvarez. And the ball goes out of play. Facebook, visit the USL Pro fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/USL Pro. That's facebook.com/USL Pro. Vale with that long throw again, finds Alundo this time. He's able to play it back into the middle where Camacho picks it up for the Lions. And Sweat just play it back to Matty Wyatt, and Harada moves out to his right-hand side. Boland makes himself available on the side, and there the ball goes. See a predictability now in the play as we go around the outside. Boland, though, making a nice run. Finally brought down, but no, referee says play on. Good tackle. Colorado will now try and counter on that side. Alundo cuts through Harada. Harada pulls him back. Realizing that he was beaten for speed, Shin didn't have any compunction there. He just pulled him back. And is going into the referee's book with a yellow card there in the 19th minute.
I don't think this is going to be the last yellow card we see of the match either, because now throughout the first 20 minutes we've seen this kind of physicality between the Rapids reserves and the Dutch Lions. I mean, you can consider it, you know, trying to get familiar with each other, but at the same time, it's been quite a physical bout.
Yep. Harada knew what he was doing there, so we have no arguments with the referee. Nations on that far side, clips it in. Header won illegally there by Robin.
Ladies and gentlemen, the newly renovated Crown Plaza in beautiful downtown Dayton is the official hotel of the Dayton Dutch Lions Football Club. For all of your hotel accommodation needs.
Fans, Twitter, make sure to follow ATUSL Pro on Twitter for all the latest games. That's ATUSL Pro on Twitter. Harada now with the ball for the Lions. Plays a quick, hard, low ball forward, and Vickers will give chase. Should be easy enough, and is to kick out. Touriere chests it forward to Granger, plays it back to Matty Wyatt. And the ball bobbled up, and the referee has adjudged Matt Wyatt to have done a handball there. Hill quickly plays it in. Armstrong plays it outside. Nashkins again. Playing in for Alundo, and Matty Wyatt just holds his ground, and Alundo calls for a foul, but nothing given. Matt Wyatt was there and just held his position.
Good attempt to get that ball out of the air. Unfortunately, it's still about a foot over his head.
Brought it to Granger. Granger now plays it long. Jenna on the chase and gets behind the defenders. Tries to play it, little flick over the top of Van de Castile, but was unable to do so. Definitely a more physical Lions approach. Definitely putting their bodies into the players more. And
I feel like the Dutch Lions are playing with a lot of fire tonight. They've had a couple good looks, and they've stayed tough with the Rapids reserves.
Nope, Harada let that ball skip under his foot, and Alundo now one-on-one with Matt Wyatt. Oh, and Granger coming back with a slide tackle. Just took that ball away. Good work there by the captain, leading by example.
Charles Alundo, probably the best chance the Rapids reserves have tonight. Wasn't expecting that slide tackle from behind.
And that's that Brock Granger used to being a defender normally, playing midfield. Thinks like a defender and was able to react to that. Jenna almost getting behind Van de Castile again. I think it's just a matter of time before he breaks through on one-on-one on the goalkeeper. Ball played out there to number 57, Alvarez. Offside given. It was Nashkins who was making the overlap run. Harada will take that and play it across to Wyatt. Sweat moves up the sideline as he has all game. Vickers looking short. Clemens hit from behind. That was a late hit there too by the number 5, Piermeyer, and an instant yellow card. The ball was already played before Piermeyer clattered into the back there. Just took the feet out of Clemens. So in the 23rd minute, he joins Harada in the book.
Piermeyer not very happy with that call.
That was about as
Very,
clear
very-
a foul as I've seen, the tackle from behind.
Very, very frustrated, very angry. One willing to go over to the center referee to hear what he had to say.
Ball played across to Wyatt. Granger. Wyatt again. Chip forward there towards Clemens, and Clemens will get in front of Piermeyer. Sweat tried to play it in towards Vickers. Vickers ran slightly off to the left of where the ball was played. Lindo now trying to win the ball. Assistant referee, gives a handball call. The Lions quickly take that and recycle the ball around to the far side. Bolin on the ball. Macho. Touriere been involved a lot in the middle. Granger definitely seeing a lot more of the ball as Ben Sweat goes down the sideline. Sweat cuts inside, tries to cross with his right foot, and is tumbled over. Parada this time gets in front of Elundu, and now Wyatt has the ball. Vickers calls for it short. Bolin goes on the outside. Quick flick through. Jana to Camacho. Camacho will look right. Bolin on the overlap. Cross into the area. Vickers challenging and picked out of the air there by the goalkeeper, Nasco.
Nice jump by Nasco there.
Unfortunately, Vickers, one of the shorter guys on the field, challenging for that header. Didn't have much chance.
And you mentioned that. I feel like the Rapids reserve tall backfield for them.
Yeah, we used to seeing taller players on our team, and this is definitely a new look Lions. Ben Sweat 6'2". Other than that, I think the next tallest might be around 6 feet. And Bolin again advanced on the right-hand side, plays the ball into Jana. Jana will tease the Colorado defenders. Whips in across, Vickers on the far side, ball still in play in the penalty area. Back to Touriere, flicks it forward, and just a little too high there for Clemens. But positive approach. Good to see the Lions getting the ball and attacking as quickly as they have been. Nike is a proud sponsor of USL Pro. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information.
You see an Orange Legion out there leading the sound department down the fans. Been here to every single game for the USL Pro squad. They're very, very loud.
Very enthusiastic group down there. Notice that Scott, the coach for the Rapids, was up and yelling at his team. He's now taking a seat again. Matt Weston doing a little directing there, trying to get players to pull apart, I think, go wide. Nation's now on the ball for the Rapids, looking forward. Heading to Alundo, back to Nations. Alvarez that made the run forward. Ball out to Gale now. Rabe in front, Alundo calling for it on the far side. Ball made into the middle. It's Hill on the ball. Playing out wide to Alvarez. Alvarez, nice control, first time shot, and inside the post. Well, that was against the run of play. But nice touch there by Alvarez. He controlled the ball very well first time, and then precise shot right inside the post.
Couldn't ask for a better goal for the Rapids reserves there. For Carlos Alvarez, that's his first on the season with the reserves. Actually, just his second game overall with the reserves, and Colorado leads 1-0 against the Dutch Lions here at Dock Stadium.
27th minute, and instructions being given there to Van Extale. Came over for a water break as everybody was coming back, getting into position. USL Pro on YouTube. Every USL Pro regular season and playoff game will stream live on YouTube in 2014. Features include DVR, chat, and social media interactivity. Subscribe for free to the Dayton Dutch Lions on YouTube today.
Now if you're Dayton, you just go back and keep doing what you were doing. Keep pressuring Nasco.
That kind of sums up the season at home so far. The Lions looking good, doing the right things, putting the pressure on, and then boom. Next thing you know, we're 1 goal behind.
0-10-2 record at home for the Dutch Lions.
Interestingly enough, if they had their away record at home to go with the away record they have now, they'd be sitting in third or even second place.
6-5-2 away, and for
the referee didn't like that tackle there by Brock. He's looking to his pocket and has given him a red card. The captain, Granger, has just been red carded there by the referee. I'd like to see that tackle again on the replay if possible, because yes, it was from behind, but I don't think it was worthy of a red card. Straight red. 29th minute.
now you put more pressure on the Dutch Lions because you're down to 10 men on the pitch, and your captain's gone too. So the Dutch Lions are to come back from this 1-0 deficit. They really got to hunker down.
See the players all grabbing water. It is very humid out there today. Yeah, I mean, the referee motioned like he was going to grab a card, and then he hesitated, and I thought it was because, well, Granger's the captain, and usually the captain they'll get a talking to, but they don't react too quickly. And then pulled out the red card. So Harada now with the captain's armband. Brock Granger obviously has to leave the stadium and is on his way, heading back to the building on the left-hand side, the high school that serves as the changing rooms for the teams. Armstrong now with Gale, and Gale, lack of concentration, just let the ball roll past his foot and over the touchline. Clemens plays the ball forward. Jana and Chase. Vanna Castile comes across and plays it out.
NFL Silver USL Pro regular season and playoff game will stream live on YouTube in 2014.
And Sweat take the throw. Matt Weston still complaining to the fourth official. Pointed out that was the first challenge that was whistled or blown, made by Granger. But referee, I say, he reacted quickly to go for the card, stopped for a second, and then still went for it. So he thought about it and decided that was a red card. Be interesting to hear Doug's comments on that. Doug Polomacki, usually one of the commentators on YouTube for us at the Dayton Dutch Lions. A very experienced referee. Usually has some very insightful comments to make on some of these calls. I'd like to have seen his opinion on that one. Free kick now for Vickers. Oh. Macho wasn't expecting the ball to come to him, and the interior bailed him out. Theatrical fall by Clemens, and the Lions get a free kick closer to the goal. So we expect Harada, now he's got the captain's armband, to go ahead and say he's taking this free kick. Shin likes to take free kicks when he can. What Matt Weston was indicating to Vickers to go to the outside left, make himself available for a short pass. Jana asking for the ball. Harada waves him away. I think it'd be unwise to bet against Shin taking a shot from this range. Oh, and tries to curl it in the near post. The goalkeeper getting down to it and getting a hand on the ball. Nice attempt from Shin Harada. Watch it again here on the Papa John's instant replay. Curling it in towards that bottom corner. Jenna now back to Vickers. Vickers gets the ball into the area. Tourier there challenging. Ball pulled in. Harada goes down theatrically, but the referee waves him away. I think Shin made a little bit too much of that fall. Williams now plays it out to Ben Sweat here on the outside. Ben goes far side. Clemens makes it around the defender, breaks into the box, and earns another corner. Cameron Vickers going to the far side to take the corner.
This will be his second corner taken for the Dutch Lions tonight. And now Dutch Lions have one more corner than the Rapids reserves at a 2-1 clip.
33rd minute now, and I just see Matt Weston just cleared the bench of all his substitutes, sent him over. The ball comes in, Tourier wins it in the air, but it's going to go out for a goal kick. Don't know if he's thinking of making some changes before halftime or not. Ball played out to the outside. Nations now on the ball to Alvarez. Kiermaier. Across to Armstrong. Haven't seen much of him yet this game. Robin now on the ball. Ben Sweat picks his pocket. Touriere now plays it in. Clemens first times it. Ben Sweat went forward with that. Wins the ball back. Camacho playing more centrally. Can take the role that I think Brock had before he was red carded. Sweat plays it to Clemens. Clemens will take a long shot, and it's outside the 6-yard box as it goes past the post. So a slight change in the lineup there. Jenna now up front on his own. Clemens dropping back a little bit. That midfield, and definitely Camacho taking over Brock Ranger's role right in front of the defense. Kick now by the keeper. High ball will come down near the center circle. Touriere wins that one, as he has most of the high balls. Camacho sturdy in the tackle. We saw that earlier. Ollie picks a throw in. Ollie to play it back to Kiermaier. Hill waves him forward. Alvarez. Nashkins on the overlap. Goes to Nashkins. Lundu there. Looking for a quick 1-2. Decides against it. Feeds it back to Alvarez, who gets caught late there. Clemens. Can't see the number. Yep, Clemens getting a yellow card from the referee. Referee, quick with the cards tonight. 35th minute.
That's now 4 cards given out, 3 for the Dutch Lions, 1 red, 2 yellow, and 1 yellow for the Rapids reserves.
Alvarez still on the ground, complaining.
And I'll tell you something too, on the starting lineups for the Dayton Dutch Lions, all 3 cards have gone against the starting midfielders. Touriere with the yellow at the 20th, Clemens with the 36-minute yellow, and Brock Ranger with the red at the 29th.
Well, it's part of the new approach, I'm assuming, being more physical in the middle, but I don't know. I mean, there's a couple of nasty tackles I would have seen carded. I think Ranger deserved a yellow card. I think Harada's challenge probably deserved one for pulling. But I also thought that the Rapids got away with a couple. The only one carded for the Rapids so far is Alvarez. I'm sorry, Kiermaier. Alvarez, the goal scorer.
Looks like Alvarez is going to shake it off for the Rapids reserves. He was the goal scorer back in the 28th minute for Colorado.
Colorado will just recycle the ball around the back 4. Manny Castillo out to Gale. Back inside to Armstrong. Not a lot of movement in front of him. Shoulder thrown there by Robin. Matty Wyatt now with the ball. Goes into Harada. Inside ball, Camacho now. Sweat calls for it on the near touchline and gets it. And Sweat looking long, looking for movement, not seeing much. Tried to play a ball through to Camacho, gave it away. Pearson got it. Robin now plays it back. Gale, Manny Castillo's waving Kiermaier out. In fact, cuts it straight over to Nations on the far side. Alvarez seems to be moving comfortably now. Passes Armstrong out to Gale. Armstrong, Touriere cuts in. Vickers wins it back. Touriere now. Lions looking to make the ball move. Boland on the far side. Looking for runners. Clemens the only one to make a move, and it's cut out there by Nashkins. So they win it back quickly. Bolin on the ball. And it does go out for a throw. Lundo now with the ball. Cuts one way, cuts on the outside, cuts inside. Harada checks him. And Lundo looks for the call, but nothing given. Camacho now to Sweat. Sweat plays it back to Wyatt. Starts his jog up the touchline. Cross to Harada. Bolin now makes a similar jog on the far touchline. Clemens played a long ball back, kind of recklessly. Nobody there, but definitely caused Matt Wyatt to run 20 yards across the field to try and pick that ball up. Williams looking back to Wyatt. Sweat hugging the touchline still. Turrier. Sweat makes his run. Turrier plays it forward. Sweat the target. And Van Steele comes across, flicks that ball out of play. Vickers to Sweat. Plays a nice ball back to Vickers before going down. Back to Wyatt, and the Lions recycle again across their back. Reminiscent of the Dutch team in the World Cup. Ball played across to Bolin, back to Harada. Patiently looking for the openings. Wyatt switch the ball back this way again. Clemens makes himself available. Bolin on the far side. Bolin's the target. Ball makes it to him. Bolin quick cross into the middle. Turrier, tangled up there with Gale. I don't think any foul. Definitely legs got tangled. They both went down. Ben Sweat now on the edge of the area. Going to cut inside. Going to take a shot. Drives it in low. Jenna unable to get there. And scooped up by the goalkeeper.
Nasco's had good vision in his 6-yard box today for the Rapids reserves. Kept his eye on the ball, and that's pretty much what you can ask for your goalkeeper.
Armstrong to Gale. Back to Armstrong. Bobbin available on this side. No, Pearson makes the run across the middle. Not a lot of movement, though, from the Rapids. Ball comes back across. Hill to Nashkins. Ludo back towards Nations, but Hill the one with the ball to Pearson now. Turned well by Lundo. Alvarez. Harada, though, gets a foot in. Matt Wyatt holds the ball up. This time Robin staying with Sweat, cutting off that outlet to the near side. The ball long from Williams. Dealt with by the Colorado defense. Manny Castillo has Gale in front of him. Across the Piermare into Nashkins. Alvarez checks inside, gets the ball. Pearson, Alvarez. Gale calls for it on this side and gets it. Plenty of room to move here. Again, not a lot of movement in front of him. Hill brings the ball down. Armstrong finally checks inside, but the ball given away at that point, and a ball over top. Jana picks it up, going to use his speed, break into the box, taking on Van Steele. And shoulder to shoulder, the referee waves that on. And Colorado quickly move it out to the outside with Nashkins again. Alvarez, Nashkins, Ludo. That triangle, been seeing a lot of the ball. Pearson now to Armstrong. Armstrong with Robin in front of him. Ludo makes the run, not seen in time. Pearson. Sorry, Robin, back to Gale. Ball played out again. Nashkins makes himself available on that far side. Hill. Pearson. Out to Nashkins. Pearson now. Nashkins. Time on their side, willing to play the ball back and forward. Try the long diagonal. Armstrong gets it, makes it with the slide. Gets across in, and Camacho making up ground to cut that ball out. And Is that a corner? Couldn't see from my angle. Looks like the referees are in position for a corner. We look at the crowd here again, the Lions faithful.
John Neeskins is going to take this corner kick for the Rapids reserves.
Unfortunately, Cruyff for the Lions is out with a hip flexor injury at the moment. I was hoping we'd see Cruyff and Neeskins on the field. Those of you old enough to remember the good old Dutch teams of the 70s. I remember both those names. Harada now clears the ball out. Ludo, long way back for a forward. And willing to take a shot, and that is well wide. Some injury news. Walker out for the rest of the season, I'm hearing, with an injury he picked up. Neeskins has the foot injury. Walker has the hip flexor injury. Cruyff should be back, they're hoping, next game. And Ross out, as is DeSantos. I think those injuries might be season-ending injuries also. Shane Smith, in case you're wondering, is involved with the academy setup. So he's coaching at a tournament this weekend. So he was unavailable. It's sad news for Crew fans also, not just the Lions, to hear that Walker is out for the rest of the season. Well, Robin making the run on the outside. Quicker delivery might have been more dangerous, but luckily the Lions have it now as Vickers looks up. Clemens making the run on the far side. Nice ball by Vickers. Clemens will get there, and he tries the first time chip from long range. The goalkeeper was forward, but able to make it back in time to pick that out of the air. Nice idea. Unfortunately, it wasn't executed as well as it could have been. 2 minutes of extra time is what I'm hearing from my colleague here. Is that Harada that's down holding his shin or his knee? And that's not a good sign there from the goalkeeper. Williams indicating that Harada needs to be substituted out. So if it wasn't bad enough we lost our captain through a red card, the the player to take over the captaincy is now looking like he is going to be replaced. Players taking water breaks.
It's important to take as many water drinks as you can, just because of how much you use on the pitch, especially since it's an artificial pitch where the temperatures seem to remain a lot warmer on artificial surface. It looks like Harada will be okay as he's walking under his own power.
Shin's a pretty tough guy. He's seen some of the challenges he makes. It's good news to see him up and walking off the field. Hopefully it's more of a contact injury than anything muscular or tendon-wise. Talking to Weston there, he gave the indication that he'll be able to continue. This close to halftime, I'd have been surprised if they brought on a substitute. I think they'd have just played out that last 2 minutes, made the substitution at halftime, but again, good to see Shin back up on his feet. Neeskins now for Colorado with the ball, plays it into Pearson. Harada makes his way back to the back line. Hill tried to quick pass to Ludo, who gave the ball away. Jana again. Goalie came way outside the box there, but Jana and Van de Steele caught up with each other, and the Colorado man comes away with the ball. Harada wins the ball back. Clemens, Touriere, Camacho, Sweat on the outside. Sweat looks for movement, doesn't see much. Vickers makes a quick break to the outside, cuts it back in. Ben Sweat. And the assistant referee says the ball was out of play as Vickers was controlling that. Just as Ben Sweat was making a run into the box, and that is the whistle for halftime. Dayton Dutch Lions 0, Colorado Rapids 1. Interesting first half. Couple of yellow cards, red card, and a goal. Yellow cards, 19th minute, Harada for the Lions. 23rd minute, Piermeyer for Colorado. Red card, 29th minute for Granger. Straight red. 35th minute, yellow card for Clemens. And in the 27th minute, the goal for Alvarez. Well, Lee, hopefully we can see a turnaround in the second half. Lions came out very physical in their approach, and unfortunately, the referee hasn't liked that.
And I'm also starting to wonder if the Dutch Lions aren't starting to get tired, because you saw the Rapids reserves kind of take over in the last portion of that first half too. They were stealing the ball away from the Dutch Lions. And Rapids have looked better this second portion of this opening half. We'll just have to see if the Dutch Lions can get their mojo back for half number dos.
Well, and it's only going to get worse with just 10 men. All right, so we will catch you back in the second half here at Dayton Outpatient Center. Dayton Dutch Lions 0, Colorado Rapid Reserves 1.
There's a company the Miami Valley can count on to shed light on new ways to conserve, to help empower our region, to help take the first steps into the future. Our rebates on new air conditioners and heat pumps, discounts on CFLs, and free refrigerator recycling are just a few ways you can save both money and energy. Tomorrow starts today with DP&L.
Having fun at the supermarket is one thing. Making time to do it is another. That's why Dr. Sears suggests Step 9. Add a whole food-based supplement to the family diet.
There's no substitute for just wholesome, real, whole foods. The fact is, children have erratic eating habits, and we don't live in an ideal world.
That's why Dr. Sears recommends Juice Plus to his patients.
The difference about Juice Plus is from 17 different fruits and vegetables, all conveniently packaged in a little capsule. Many vitamins, many minerals, and many phytonutrients, all those acting together. Even though Juice Plus comes in a capsule and could be perceived as a pill, it really belongs in the skills model because Juice Plus helps the body muster up its own internal medicine. The fruits and vegetables in Juice Plus are natural phytos, those phytonutrients we talk about, the immune boosters. Juice Plus is like an insurance policy to make sure you get the necessary or optimal level of all these immune boosters. I found out about Juice Plus through my wife. I was recovering from colon cancer. And one night after chemotherapy and radiation, I sat down at the table and my wife shows me these 4 little capsules, 2 pink and 2 green. I said, Martha, what are these? And she said, never mind, just take them. So I simply took them. But being a doctor, I said, I got to find out what's in these capsules. So I started studying about Juice Plus. And I looked at the science of Juice Plus, reputable journals showing how much healthier people are after taking Juice Plus. And then I thought, if it helps me, I want my whole family to take it. And then I started using it in our pediatric practice, and I noticed the health differences. One of the things that impressed me about Juice Plus is how well researched it is. Many companies spend a lot on advertising and not very much on basic research. Juice Plus was just the opposite. Little on advertising, a lot on research. As a doctor, that impressed me. And what really impressed me is the effects I've seen in my pediatric practice. I would take children who were sick all the time, who had terrible eating habits, and put them on Juice Plus, and then moms would come in maybe a year later and say, the reason, Dr. Bill, you haven't seen us so often is because my child is so much healthier after taking Juice Plus. Parents would say, you know, Dr. Bill, something surprisingly happened. When my child started taking Juice Plus, my child would eat more fruits and vegetables. I said, wow, that's interesting. So back to the books. Why? I was curious. Why would children willingly eat more fruits and vegetables after taking Juice Plus? And I found it's the old concept of metabolic programming. It's like you're giving the child all these fruits and vegetables, and the body says, wow, that's good for me. Give me more.
Western Ohio Graphics is a full-service commercial printing, advertising, and fulfillment company. From concept to delivery, we can provide over 800,000 in printable advertising specialty products and over 100,000 non-printed products. We can also print full-color banners, posters, and large format signage to meet your specific needs. Call Western Ohio Graphics today at 937-335-8769. Your quality printing source for tangible media.
Welcome back, fans, for the second half here at Dayton Outpatient Center. It's a very warm and muggy night here. First half, if you weren't with us earlier, Dayton Dutch Lions put in a good performance under a new coach. Slight change in formation, different players out there. Brock Ranger named the captain, playing in midfield. Shin Harada playing defense. Some new players out there. Jenna up front. Camacho playing also up front. Unfortunately for the Lions, though, same old story. It's 1-0 Colorado Rapid Reserves. Throughout the game, to give a quick rundown of how it went. 19th minute, Harada was given a yellow card. 23rd minute, Piemeier for Colorado, yellow card. 27th minute, Alvarez scored a nice goal, brought it down first time, and placed it in the far corner just inside the post. 29th minute, Brock Ranger, the captain, red carded, straight red for a challenge from behind. And then 35th minute, Clemens also got a yellow card. So Lions down to 10 men. I'm Andy Brewer. I'm here with Lee Mowen. Lee, how do you think it's been going?
I like how these two teams have been physical, and I liked how the Dutch Lions opened the gates up by coming right at the Rapids. But I think the Rapids reserves have made some great adjustments throughout the first half, and I thought they played smart throughout the last portion of the first 45 minutes. Now it's just a wait and see thing to see if the Dutch Lions can come back or if the Rapids reserves will hold on and keep the Dutch Lions winless here at home.
I hate to blame referees, but it seemed like at the beginning of this game the Rapids came in with some hard challenges, a couple of verbal cautions, but nothing else was given. And then all of a sudden there was a rash of cards, and they were all for the Lions team, and yet it was the Rapids who kind of set the tone for the game. And I almost thought the referee was starting to lose control a little bit, and with the red card, everything kind of calmed down. One substitution from the first half. Apparently the goalkeeper for the Rapids has swapped out, and number 12, Berner, is in, taking the place of number 23, Joe Nasco. Vickers now on the ball. Ball played back across to Williams. Harada here. Bolin makes the run up this near touchline. The two fullbacks for the Lions have been making a lot of runs on the outer touchlines. Jenna flick on. Vickers will chase, but the referee on this side, the assistant referee, has given an offside call. Seemed like the Rapids really didn't get out of first or second gear, didn't string a lot together, weren't very dangerous, didn't have a lot of chances, but unfortunately the one they did have counted. The Lions, on the other hand, very positive, pushing forward. A lot of breaks on the outside, using those overlapping fullbacks. And Jenna causing problems with his speed in the middle. That's a new dimension for the Lions, the speedster in front.
And one thing to also keep in mind, Andy, the Dutch Lions have to play with 10 for the rest of the game because their captain, Brock Ranger, received the straight-up red card.
Yep, and sapping conditions, there's no other way to describe it. It's warm and it's humid.
It's been very physical, very just back and forth. I push you down, oh, you pushed me down type of thing. And sometimes that works, and sometimes tempers can flare. We'll just have to wait and see how this second half progresses.
Hill now for the Rapids. Plays it back. Armstrong under pressure. Amanda Castillo moves the ball forward. Hill out to Gale, and I apologize earlier, Gale. That's the number 44's first name. His last name fills one shoulder to the other and down the side, and I'm not about to butcher that all game long.
His last name is Agbasu Monday.
Very good.
Agbasu Monday.
And Castillo knocks it back to the goalkeeper, Burner. He'll take his time looking to play the ball forward. Finds Piermeyer. Nashkin's now on this near touchline. He's seen a lot of the ball first half. Alvarez makes the overlap run. Aludo now carries the ball forward into Alvarez, back out to Aludo. Nobody really on the inside. Making the run in was Robin, but just over his head. Vickers for the Lions. Ben Sweat on loan from the Crew. Plays the ball forward. Now Gale back to Piermeyer and out to Nashkins again. Ludo makes himself available a lot. Ludo and Alvarez swapping in and out. Good understanding between the two. Oh, and Ludo went down. The referee just noted it and kept playing.
He kind of was starting to lean when he had the ball too.
And Ludo's still down. Oh, Touriere comes in. Hard challenge on Piermeyer. Bolin, Lions playing forward. No one paying much attention to the down player. Camacho to Bolin. And now it's Colorado who have decided to just run down the field with the ball instead of playing it out of bounds. Colorado upset that the Lions continued to play with a player down, yet once they got the ball back, what happened? Colorado took off with it. So now the game has stopped and there'll be treatment for Ludo, who's still on the ground. Matt Williams looked concerned, came over to him. Be a break in play.
Looked like Alundo was leaning on his right-hand side. It was more planting his right side into the turf as he went along. I'm not sure that has anything to do with his injury right there, but he's walking to his own power. He's got a bottle of water. It might be just heat cramps. Who knows, but he is back up under his own power. That's a plus for the Rapids reserves.
Always good to see it when a player is able to walk off under his own steam. And the game will reset here. Looks like drop ball from the referee, and Clemens will just play it down the field for the goalkeeper, and the game will restart again. Piermeyer with the ball. Plays it inside to Pearson. Nashkins, one touch. Poor control by Alvarez. Bolin will bring it back. Clemens, much deeper than he was earlier in the game. Camacho, who's had to take over from Brock Ranger, is kind of the defensive midfield, the holding midfield player. Harada, who took a knock earlier, who is now wearing the armband. Looking for movement up ahead. Wyatt. Sweat hugs that touchline and gets the ball. And will go around, tries to go around Gale, who's checked off, and the referee gives the foul. No attempt to play the ball. Gale just put his shoulder into Sweat as he went to go around him and gave away the cheap foul. Chance, though, for the Lions to get the ball into the area. We noticed earlier this Lions lineup, probably the shortest we've seen all this season. Joe Brookhausen is on the bench, as is Felix, 2 6-footers. I think Eddie Herzenberg, also a 6-footer, but on the field itself, Ben Sweat, probably the tallest player at 6'2". Nice shot from Camacho from range, palmed away by Burner, and it will go out for a throw-in. But after that, Clemens may be the only other 6-footer on the team. Vickers tries to chip the ball in, but it will be cleared away, and it will go out for a throw-in.
Now, when you have a size differential like the Dutch Lions are facing right here, you beat size with speed, and I think the Dutch Lions have that little advantage against Colorado's reserves.
Yeah, Jenna definitely given some scares to that back four. But eventually, too, they're just going to get tiring. They're 10 men playing against 11. Clemens scampering back to help with the defense. Ben Sweat will clean that one up. Bring it back to Williams. Bolin hugs the touchline on this side and is the target of Williams. Bolin. Ooh. Yep, foul there. Nashkins came across, just checked him a little bit with the hip as he was in the air and caused him to come down. Quick take by Harada. Back to Williams. Then Sweat hugs the touchline on the far side. Wyatt looks forward. Turrier and Vickers both make themselves available. Sweat running on the outside. Vickers getting pushed from behind. Keeps the ball. Turrier, Bolin on the outside, makes a break. He's there, crosses the ball far post, but unfortunately nobody there. Jenna will harass the defender and cause him to make a mistake. Ball back to Ben Sweat. Clemens in the area. Camacho now. And he'll play it back across to Harada. Good footwork by Clemens. Turrier holds it up, tries to get the ball through, and a handball given there. Not sure who that came off. It looked like it might have been Armstrong. A free kick very centrally located. And Clemens definitely interested in this one. Harada takes a lot of the free kicks for the Lions, but Clemens, all indications body language wise, looks like he would be the one to hit the ball. Harada is there, Camacho there, Clemens staring at the ball. Goalkeeper Burner sets up a 4-man wall for the Rapids, right on the edge of the area. Clemens now tries to play it low, the wall didn't jump. Sweat though skips to the outside, tries to pull it across, and it will ricochet out for a corner for the Lions. And Vickers will scamper across to the far side to take that corner. Harada moving into the box, Ben Sweat going towards the box. Camacho on the edge of the D. Wyatt now starts to move forward. Not a single Colorado player outside of the penalty area. 3 Lions this side of the goal. Ball is served high and deep, and there is nobody there. What a wasted corner, and Vickers knows it. Puts his head in his hands.
A nice idea, trying to swing it on the near hand side of the pitch. Unfortunately, just overpowered it. Overpowered past the whole pride of Lions.
Clemens harasses, gets the ball back, wins it, and then loses out to Rabe. Bolin loses the ball to Hill, plays it forward, but it's offside. Nice turn of speed there from Bolin in the recovery run. I don't think I'd seen him move that fast before.
Third offside against the Rabbits reserves tonight.
Wyatt will look out to Ben Sweat on the touchline again. Vickers makes himself available and gets the ball. Quick 1-2. The ball will recycle again around to this side. Bolin hugging the touchline on this side. No, Wyatt checks back. Looks forward. Finds Jenna. Back to goal. Turns. Plays it outside to Ben Sweat. He'll scoop it up and over. Jenna made the run, and it was cut out by Van de Castile. Referee gives a throw to the Lions. 56th minute now. Ball played out to Harada. Harada scampering forward. Bolin hugs the touchline. Bolin makes the overlap run, goes round the defender. Nice ball by Harada. Plays it inside. Couldn't quite get there. Harada now will play it out wide to Ben Sweat. Bolin hangs out on the edge of the area this side. Sweat checks inside. Scampering around. Pearson on that far side. Oh, that's Robin, I'm sorry. Camacho plays it deep. Turrier up in the air. Jenna underneath it. Inside the box. Twists and turns. Goes around the outside. Tries to force the ball through and wins a corner for the Lions. Good hustle there by Jenna, again using his speed to get to the ball.
Fourth corner of the night for the Dutch Lions, second of this half. And we will see Cameron Vickers take another corner for the Dutch Lions.
Again, the 11 men of the Rapids all inside the box. Ben Sweat moves forward. Camacho stands outside the D. 2 other Lions between the D and the halfway line. Ball's played in, headed up in the air. And Hill comes across to Rob Clemens. USL Pro on YouTube. Every USL Pro regular season and playoff game will stream live on YouTube in 2014. Features include DVR, chat, and social media interactivity. Subscribe for free to the Dutch Lions on YouTube today. Shot by Vickers, parried kind of awkwardly by Berner. Seemed like he would have caught that ball, but ended up trying to punch. Chipped back in by Clemens, and Vickers, taken down on the edge of the 6-yard box. Penalty given. And it'll be interesting to see the color of the card on Gale here. Vickers lining up, the ball was chipped in there. It's coming down, Vickers clear on goal. Seemed like that was a clear goal-scoring opportunity, even with the goalkeeper in front of him from the 6-yard box, and clattered from behind by Gale. And in the 58th minute, he joins everybody else in the book.
You are the worst ref ever!
A few comments from the crowd there, not appreciative of the referee.
I think they've seen refs that they like better. I'm just guessing.
Chance for the Lions now to tie this one up, and it looks like Jenna will be the penalty taker. Normally it has been Schoenfeld throughout this season. Schoenfeld obviously now playing with the Columbus Crew and playing very well, I might add. I got to watch him against the Galaxy the other day as he smashed one against the post. Good luck to Aaron. But now, as we go into the 59th minute, Jenna with the penalty. And saved, and the follow-up by Jenna. So, the missed penalty originally by Jenna, nice save by the goalkeeper Berner, but unable to keep the ball away from Jenna with the follow-up. So that one will go in the books as a missed penalty with a follow-up goal by Jenna.
That's putting a little pep on the step of the fans here tonight.
And the Orange Legion celebrating as they run up and down the sidelines here with the flags. Good to see that. We haven't seen enough of that this year.
Janae scores his 2nd goal of the season, his 4th game, giving him 4 points as a Dutch Lion in 4 games, and we're tied up at 1.
It's worth pointing out Jenna played for Ocala with Matt Weston as the coach this year. And with Matt's appointment, no hesitation to bringing Jenna up to the next level of soccer, and he's fitted in nicely. Throw.
So Gailey Monday with the yellow card back in the 59th minute. That's the Rapids reserve 2nd. No, make it 3rd on the day, and that's 6 cards. And to put a little joke in the broadcast, a couple cards shy of a deck to play Go Fish.
Nice job on the pronunciation as well, Lee. Ball played back to Williams, who'll hit it down the middle of the field. No Lions there, unfortunately. Piermeyer now looks for a little more urgency to the game of the Rapids. Piermeyer will play it across to Van de Castile. Van de Castile pushes it out to Gale. And they'll recycle back this way. Piermeyer, Nashkin's hugging the line this side as he has most of the game. Nashkin's looking, plays it into Alvarez. Alvarez to Armstrong, but stripped by Vickers. Vickers drives forward. Jenna with the speed on the outside. Into Castile there. Will Jenna get around him? Plays the ball across towards Vickers, and the defender for the Rapids just getting ahead to it, but Vickers keeps the ball in, keeps the ball moving. Sweat calling for it. Tried to play it into Turrier, and he'll come back out for a throw.
That was Davey Armstrong. That header sending it away for the Rapids reserves.
A crucial header. Boland to Harada. Harada plays it back to Williams. Wyatt moves out to the left. Both fullbacks pushed up deep into the half for Colorado. Camacho now plays out to Ben Sweat, one of those fullbacks. He cuts inside and comes back with the ball. Almost forced into a mistake, and Wyatt won't take any chances as he plays that ball into the stands. Golly will take the throw. And we have an injured Lion there. I think it's Ben Sweat stretching himself out. I don't know if he took a knock. He's definitely limping a little bit. Ben's a pretty strong character. I don't think he'll be coming out just for a simple knock. Valet, like the first half, he's got a very long throw, but he doesn't have any runners to aim at. Wyatt hooks the ball back into the center of the field. Clemens there looking to challenge. Picked up by the Rapids. Hill stripped by Harada and foul given. Hill being tackled from behind by Harada. Harada gets a caution verbally from the referee, already with a yellow card. I think the referee recognized that fact.
I should mention real quick, the Rapids reserves do not play again until September 28th, so that's a month and 5 days away against FC Dallas. And this game was supposed to be played July 21st.
USLProSoccer.com. Scores, stats, news, and more exclusively on USLProSoccer.com. Macho under pressure, gets the ball. Ben Sweat plays it towards Vickers. Not sure what happened there, if that clipped a hand. Sweat still not moving freely. Harada now with the ball, cuts back to Williams. Williams will play it out to Sweat on the far side. Cushion header to Vickers. Vickers with the 360, back to Sweat. Sweat being pushed from behind. Managed to keep the ball and move it out to Camacho. Boland on the touchline. Ball played to Clemens, back outside. Now Boland plays it first time up the line and out of play. Clemens the intended target. Nashkins again on this side, sees a lot of the ball. Aludo is going to chase that all the way, but Williams gets to it fairly easily and plays it forward. Head tennis now as it comes back to the Lions. Matt Wyatt. Sweat tries to slow things down a little bit. He'll look to Williams. Harada makes himself available to the right. Boland tracking that sideline again. Ball comes into Camacho, tries a quick turn and loses the ball, but wins it back. A little too fancy for his own good, but made up for his mistake. Hill walks into trouble. Harada now to Wyatt. Quick pass to Vickers. Flick on to Turriere, who is upended there by, I think, Armstrong. And we'll get the call. The referee was playing advantage. There was none. Ben Sweat now with the ball. Far side. Boland near touchline. Wide open. Camacho gets the ball. Plays to Turriere, who looks up. Clemens next to him. Boland gets the ball. Checks back to Harada. Harada will look inside again to Williams. Remember, 10 men for the Lions against the 11 of the Rapids, so this will come down to who wants it more. Turriere, quick touch to the outside. Ben Sweat with the overlap run. Nicely done. A couple of targets inside the box. Turriere goes in to add height. Sweat cuts inside and out. Brings it inside. Comes outside again. Very left-footed. Didn't want to take that on the right. Didn't want to shoot. Vickers now forced to track back. Camacho, and it comes back to Harada as the Lions recycle this ball. Wyatt to Williams. Boland again hugs the touchline. This time Camacho reacts to that. Cuts off the chance for the ball. Vickers, nice turn. Jana makes a run and given offside. Assistant referee, I don't think that was a very hard decision. Jana tried to make the run. Was forced outside the back of the defender.
First offside against the Dutch Lions compared to 3 for the Rapids reserves.
Piermeyer now to Nashkins.
Immediately after the game, you're invited to join the players, coaches, and staff at Roosters at 103 North Springdale Pike.
Robin gives the ball away cheaply in the middle of the field. Vickers, who's seen a lot of the ball, gets it. Camacho looks up. Nobody makes the run on his left. There is a runner on the right, and that's Boland. Harada, Turriere, back to Harada. Clemens makes himself available. Quick ball to Turriere, tries to chip it through. Boland, very quick indeed, comes in. Oh, and clattered. He came in shoulder there on the one defender, and Ben Castile came across, jumped up, and hit head height there. That was a very awkward challenge. I think the referee is giving the benefit of the doubt there to Van de Castile because he was in the air and Boland was coming in low on him, so it looked worse maybe than it was. But try telling that to Boland as he's laying on the ground.
Van de Castile, you could tell his anger just by his face up here. He was about to steam red.
Chance for a quick water break for some of the players here. Three players over the ball now. We have Vickers, Jane, and Harada. Be interesting to see what they do with this free kick. Almost lined up like they're going to chip the ball to the far post, aiming towards Clemens and Turier. I wouldn't be surprised if Harada tries to go onto this right-hand side. Vickers moves away, makes himself available to side. Three-man wall now for the Rapids. Again, all 11 in the box. Chipped in by Harada, nobody there for the Lions. Jana will pick up the loose ball. Boland again on this, oh no, Vickers this time on this right-hand side. Tries to make his way around the defender, but Nashkins is able to harass that ball, corral it in. Loudon makes a run on this side. Alundo, sorry, makes a run on this near side. Almost fell over his own feet. Ball comes back to Hill. Hill steps inside. Alundo has gone down. I wonder if he's cramping. It's almost like he tripped himself up. Ball crossed in dangerously. Ben Sweat used all of his 6'2" to get that ball that way. And we have a player down.
It is Charles Ilundo down again, and like you mentioned, cramping is probably the probable cause of this. Remember, like you mentioned towards the beginning of the broadcast, that with the Rapids you're playing at high altitude, but you're coming down to Dayton, Ohio, where it's low altitude, and tonight it's just sticky and all types of hot. I'll also say Dutch Lions might not be used to this as well, because we've been really spoiled with a really cool summer this year.
Yeah, it is very humid today, and that'll take a toll on the players. Dehydration kind of creeps up on you when it's humid. You think you're wet and sticky, but you really need to replace those fluids. It's the fluids leaving you that's making you feel that way. And the Rapids definitely taking an opportunity to get a good water break in here. Ludo didn't look very comfortable from that first challenge, and on that run there, it was almost like he either tripped himself or he felt a muscle twang because he pulled up and went down. And he's still, even as he walks to the sideline, not looking comfortable, talking to the coaches. I wouldn't be surprised if they look to sub him out here in the near future.
The Rapids reserves have 3 subs left, and they're all combos of midfielders and defenders. You have Nate Broughton, Chris Reichman, and Victor Ralph.
Got the coaches going to put some strapping on Olodo here on the sideline. So we have 10 against 10 currently as the Rapids now recycle the ball. Looks like a couple of their subs coming back over as if they may come into the game here shortly. Van de Castile on the ball, plays it out to Gale. Back to Van de Castile. Piermeyer, Nashkin's hugging this touchline again, the target. And this time, sloppy control, he's getting tired. Ball just ran off his foot. Boland to take the throw, we'll find Harada. Chance for the Lions to push forward while the sides are actually evened up for a while. Lundo, though, has been taped up, looks like the right ankle, and is now asking to come back into the game and does so. Turier plays it forward. Clemens, 1-2, run forward by Vickers. Tries to come around the outside ball, just a little too short. Need to be a little bit harder. And the Rapids now try to work themselves out of defense. Interesting whistle there. Vickers slid in, but it looked like a nice clean challenge. Nothing in it. But the Rapids player was quick to go down to the ground. Nashkins. I think number 36, that's Broughton, is the player that's limbering up as if he's going to come into the game soon for the Rapids. Dayton, as we said earlier, been playing with 10 men for a long time, since the 29th minute of the game. Williams will launch that ball forward. Onijana is forward. He comes across. He's done a good job of harassing those defenders with his speed. As we go into, coming up onto the 73rd minute of the game. The Lions 1, Colorado 1. Gale on the ball. Moves into Armstrong, plays it forward. Harada will head the ball back. Turrier lays it out to Boland. Clemens makes himself available. Plays it into Turrier. Turrier, a player at his back. No real room to run and unable to play the ball back. I think we're going to start seeing some of these sloppy passes and moves as the players get more and more tired.
I think this might be the point where we see Dutch Lions make a couple subs as well. They've been working out to the north end of the pitch the longest time now, and if you're Coach Weston, maybe start thinking about putting some fresh feet on the pitch and take your most tired legs out.
Another sign of tiredness. Hill taking a shot from a good 30 yards out. Really didn't trouble Matt Williams. He just watched that ball scoot outside of him. Boland now with the ball, plays back to Williams. Boland on this near side, pushing forward. He still has legs. He wants to run. Camacho looking forward. Clemens makes himself available. He's had a good game today, Clemens. Haven't seen a lot of him this year, but he has been always willing to get on the ball, confident, definitely attack-minded. And he picks up the ball now. Jenna makes a run. Clemens tries to play it in, but a loose ball through. Facebook, visit the USL Pro fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/USL Pro. That's facebook.com/USL Pro. And it's Eric Kissinger who's been called over to Matt Weston and given the slip that looks like he will be coming into the game in a minute. Lindo, snap shot from the outside of the box. Eric Kissinger, he's a willing runner. He'll cover a lot of ground out there. Ball played outside to Boland. Boland surges forward. Turrier, Camacho, Clemens is available. Vickers, quick 1-2, Sweats on the outside. Jenna makes the run forward, gets shouldered off the ball. Gale now will play it back into the middle of the defense and out towards Nashkins. Nashkins plays it forward. Hill on the ball. Runner is Alvarez, Alundo, and the flag does go up on the far side. That was a close call. The referee is going to talk there. And 2 substitutes for the Lions.
You also called it Andy Keith Detellier. He's starting to check in as well.
Clemens comes out after what has been a very good game for him to be replaced by Eric Kissinger. Eric, we usually see in a defensive-minded or midfield position, playing up front on the right-hand side. That'll be an interesting change. And then the game will restart with just the 1 substitution so far. It looks like the Lions are ready for their second one as well. Williams now with the ball. And send it long to the far side. Over Sweat's head. Jenna's the runner as always. And Gale plays the ball way over the top and offside given. Assistant referee just waiting for Alvarez to touch the ball and force the call. And now we will get that second substitution, I think. The referee acknowledges. And he does. And it's Jenna, who's been a tireless runner up front and the goal scorer tonight, who will be coming off. And making his debut at home, Detellier, Keith Detellier, number 45. So Jenna, impressive game also. Done a lot of good running up there. Added some speed to that front line of the Lions. And slightly fortunately, scorer of the goal today had the penalty shot that was saved, but followed it up and scored on the rebound.
He played very well today for the Dutch Lions, I thought. Great speed up front. He'll be an asset to keep for the Dutch Lions.
Absolutely. And a foul given on Harada for checking there. Lindo, the man that went down again. He'll be sore in the morning. Quickly taken by the Colorado, and they lost track of what they were doing. Ball played forward. First chance to see Detley. Oh, and unfortunate. And Castillo got a good tackle in. Got his foot in the ball, and they both went down. And the defender is the one who's come out hurt. Chance there for Tellier with his first touch of the ball to make an impact on the game. And it looks like cramp there for Vander Castillo. Twitter, make sure to follow ATUSL Pro on Twitter for all the latest updates.
We'd also like to thank our athletic trainer.
Looks like Van de Castillo is going to be okay for Colorado.
Dayton Dutch Lions.
Ben Sweat wins the ball in the air. Head tennis with his opposite number. And now Ben will scamper back, keep the ball in play. I'm sure he'll play it through to Williams. No, he'll flick it on. Matt Wyatt. Wyatt being pushed from behind. Touriere does get it through to Vickers, who's forced to cut inside. Wyatt will play it to Williams, out to Harada. Under pressure, Harada back to Williams. Much more pressing now by the Rapids. Touriere on the ball. He's pushed off it. Hill. Ball played forward. And this is dangerous. Oh. Unlucky there for the Rapids player. Lucky for us. Looked like he was 13 Hill was charging forward and went to ground just as he tried to control the ball.
Kamani Hill, that's right. Just slipped on the 18-yard box.
Nice interplay by Bolin and Kissinger, but it results in a throw for the Rapids. Touriere plays to Vickers. That's to Touriere. Ben Sweat not making up those charges up the outside like he was earlier. I think he's starting to feel the effects. Vickers, though, he's still running. Camacho comes forward. Bolin on the outside. Camacho lets rip from a long way out, and it'll go 3 or 4 yards wide of the left-hand post. And a couple of the Rapids, right, they're getting ready to come on as subs, though we've been saying that for a little while now for number 36, and he still hasn't come into the game. Long ball forward by Gale. Alvarez, this is the player who broke forward and scored the first goal. Nicely brought down, tried to chip Williams, but Williams just kept himself upright, plucked it out of the air. Kissinger makes a run on this side.
Fantastic save by Williams.
Very confidently done. Sweat now on the far side. Vickers scampers in. The ball does come across, but easily picked out by the goalkeeper. To tell you, adds a little bit of height there to the front line. He's taller than the guy he replaced. And it's he that rushes back and fights for the ball in midfield. Hops up. Kissinger brings it down. Kissinger turns inside, then turns outside. Bundled off the ball, and throw is given. Armstrong now for the Rapids. Back to Armstrong. No, he leaves it for Alvarez. Alvarez plays it up and over the top. Nice ball. Hill is onto it. And again, Williams stands tall. A little bit of confusion there, but Williams finally gets the ball. Yet again, they try to go over Williams, not around him, and Williams just stands his ground. Nice saves. Camacho now sprints forward. Detlef makes a run. For Detellier. Played out to Kissinger. Kissinger. Oh, and the assistant referee says he was off.
Second outside call in this half against the Dutch Lions, compared to 5 on the day for the Rapids reserves.
82nd minute, and the game's starting to speed up a little bit. There's a time there where it slowed down a little bit, but it's picked up. Advantage played. Ball comes back to Alvarez, much deeper now. Goal scorer early, and he'll spray it out wide. 35 on the ball. And fouls. Matt Wyatt. Wyatt to Vickers. Vickers still running at full speed, but chopped down there. Camacho picks up the loose ball, plays it to Williams. Bolin comes out to the right, and he has a lot of room to move in. Kissinger ahead of him. Harada. Back to Bolin. Terrier with the ball. Terrier cuts inside and out. Plays the ball towards Ben Sweat, but cut out easily there by Raven. Lundo now. Cross into the middle. Harada just heads it away. Pearson trying to pick up the loose pieces, but Kissinger hustles back to cover that.
It's starting to remind me a bit of how this game began. You're seeing the physicality return. I don't think these players want this game to end.
Vickers charging for. Detley made the run, but unable to get to the ball. Gale now with the ball. Ball moved across in the back line. Kiermaier. Nashkins, who we saw a lot of earlier, but he's starting to slow down a little bit. Alvarez drops deeper again. Nashkins, Alvarez makes the overlap run. Alvarez cuts inside. He'll try the shot. Harada blocks. Terrier, again, always seems to have a Colorado player on his back.
They've been marking him very well tonight.
Hill plays in Ludo, tries to make room for the shot, and a nice shot it is, but easily picked up by Williams. Nike is a proud sponsor of USL Pro. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. Tellier now plays it outside. Kissinger. Back to Terrier. Terrier to Camacho. Camacho's filled in nicely in that role.
For the Rapids reserves, Victor Ralph looks to check into the game.
Tellier there, trying to make the ball back. Gale with a cheap shot to the back there. Just lent into him as he was going by. No need for that. Murado cuts out the ball through. Sweat took a knock earlier and has definitely stopped his marauding down that far left-hand side, staying more defensive-minded. Robin goes in. Lindo cuts inside and outside, tries to feed it back out, but the ball is cut out. Camacho now. Terrier. Poor pass, caught Terrier off guard. Hill plays outside and Harada's there to cover. And two substitutes coming on for Colorado. Number 40, Victor Ralph. And he'll be coming on for, is that Armstrong?
Number 40, Victor Ralph, in for number 28, David Armstrong, in the 87th minute.
And Terrier coming off as Joel Delas comes on the field. Good to see Joel back on the field.
And for the Lions, number 8, Joel Delas, in for
Both these subs happening in the 87th minute.
Sebastian Terrier.
And sloppiness again there, tired players. The ball allowed to run outside. Joel immediately on the ball. Harada plays it outside. Wyatt always there, always available. Detlev calling for the ball. Interesting stat I just heard over the announcement there. Joel Delas making his 100th appearance as a Dutch Lion. That's impressive stuff.
Quite impressive.
Nice tackle to win the ball back, sliding in. Vickers twists and turns. Bolin now with the ball. Harada plays into Camacho. Camacho. There's Joel. Joel carries, tries to play Ben Sweat in, but overhits that pass. It'll be a throw-in for the Rapids. Vale. Short throw, gets the ball back. Alvarez, he's been all over the field. A little bit of pressure there, though, in the middle of the field. Kissinger causing the mistake, and the ball comes out on this side. It'll be a Lions throw. Kissinger to take. Bolin, no, Bolin waves him off. Bolin to presumably put the long throw in. Joel DeLass makes his way to the front of the box. Detlev's out back. Camacho looks back over here towards Bolin, but it's headed away.
We have a winner.
It's number 40, Ralph, that's been in the thick of things. Robin, Alvarez, Gale. Gale back to Robin. Leaves the ball outside. Nashkins challenged by Kissinger. But Nashkins gets it out to Orlando. Kissinger harries back. Orlando still with the ball. Again, looking for that right foot shot, but he'll put that one way wide. And that ball is out to the far side.
You gotta wonder if cramping up a couple of those times as taking the aim out of the feet of Ilundo. That was heading over towards the Ever Ticket booth, not the net.
Nice play by Camacho. Plays it out to Bolin. Bolin with nobody in front of him. Kissinger had been sucked into the middle. Harada plays it back to Camacho. Kissinger makes himself available. Pitley, Glass out to Sweat. Now the ball into the middle, and unfortunately none of the Lions were able to get there. Ball up in the air. Harada will head it forward. Colorado plays it out wide. Lundo chases that ball down. No, the assistant referee says that was out. And the bench right there, the Colorado bench, disagrees. Bolin with the throw. Harada now will move forward, looks forward. Vickers on the ball. He's been running all game long, and he cuts outside. Bolin on the far side. Ball played through by Vickers. Bolin will get there. He will get the cross in. Far post. Nobody there. Ben Sweat comes in late. First time's a left foot shot that will go just past the scoreboard behind the goal.
3 minutes of stoppage time added for the remaining of the game. And you mentioned scoreboard too. A brand new scoreboard here at Dock Stadium. Looks very, very nice.
Tape starting to come off of the foot of Orlando there where he was taped earlier. We are in stoppage time. That elusive first home win, not there yet. But based on some of the play we've had this year, a tie is actually a good result for the Lions. Rondo, far side, first time shot, but that will go wide. Williams will try and take this quickly. And it's worth mentioning that a tie or a loss for the Lions takes them out of contention for playoffs. Only a win will do at this point in the season as the ball is played forward. Kissinger, first time to cross in, but it's too far. It's ahead of the onrushing Lion player. Alvarez now, he's been all over the field, playing more right-sided midfield. As Wyatt clears that off on the far side. The ball in, Alvarez pushing forward again. Scorer of the goal earlier tonight for the Rapids. Oh, unbelievable. Extra time and a misunderstanding there. Williams came out to get the ball. Ben Sweat didn't look up, just tapped it back to where he thought Williams was, and Ben Sweat on the score sheet, but for the wrong team. Heartbreak for the Lions, and that sums up this season at home. Own goal, Ben Sweat in the 92nd minute.
We're going to have Nate Broughton check in for the Rapids reserves. And it looks like he might be taking the place of Charles Ilundo.
Isolindo that's coming off, and he has worked hard tonight. Picked up a knock earlier, taped him up, went back out, and he's been a thorn in the Lions' defensive side all game long. Well, barely a minute left to play now. What can we do? Ben Sweat, obviously disappointed, is going to charge and bring the ball forward and see what he can force. And he goes around the outside, trying to make up for that mistake. Ball played in the middle, but nobody there. We'll go out for a throw. Joel DeLass with the ball. DeLass to Sweat. Play back to DeLass. Gets it to Sweat. Trying to work the ball through a crowd of Colorado players. It bounces up, only to be cleared away. Harada now brings it down. He'll play it back to Wyatt. Bolin on this near side is open. Wyatt finds Bolin. Kissinger ahead of him. Vickers ahead of him. Long ball played forward, but that's easy for the keeper to pick up, and he'll make an overdramatic fall to the ground to eat up the clock. Slowly walking forward and then sending the ball long. One in the air by Bolin. Hill tries to get it. The ball bouncing awkwardly. DeLass chases forlornly across the midfield. And that is it. Dayton Dutch Lions 1, Colorado Rapid Reserves 2. Goals. First goal to the Rapids on the 27th minute to Alvarez. A nice take on the right foot, bringing it down on the run, and a well-placed shot just inside the post. 59th minute. Jenna, penalty as Vickers was clattered in the 6-yard box. Took the penalty. Penalty was saved. However, Jenna first to the rebound and scored to tie the game at 1-1. And then the 92nd minute, heartbreak. Total misunderstanding under no pressure. Williams came out to get the ball, and Ben Sweat turned and played a ball back with his left foot right past Williams and into the goal for an own goal. 2-1. Lee, does it get any worse than that?
Not really. Not really. Now the Dutch Lions are eliminated from any playoff contention in the USL Pro this season, but 2 games left, 1 at home, 1 on the road, not in that order. They're at Orlando next, and they host Wilmington on September the 5th. But that miscommunication, it cost the Dutch Lions a point, and the Rapids reserves win their first game of the season. They improved to 1-2-2. And the Dutch Lions fall to 6-16-4, 0-11-2 at home, and now 1-1-2 under new head coach Weston. That's just an own goal is probably one of the worst ways to concede a goal, especially when you're in stoppage time with the game on the line.
Yep. Positive though, Matt Weston obviously changing things up with the Lions. They look good. They came out, they challenged in midfield, has resulted in yellow cards for Harada and Clemens. Red card for Brock Ranger, the new captain. He was overzealous in a challenge in the midfield, and the referee saw fit to give him a straight red. Lions played with 10 men from the 29th minute on and looked good, held their own, got back into the game. And just as we were seeing the clock down and thinking it was going to be a tie, horrifying end to the game with the own goal there by Ben Sweat. Well, that will do it for us here at the Dayton Outpatient Center Stadium. A very hot and humid night here, and unfortunately Dayton fall again at home. Thanks to everybody. This is Andy Brewer and my partner.
And my name's Lee W. Mowen.
Good night, good evening, and thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.
Folks, a reminder, you change your water and change your life. Tonight, complimentary Gangling water is being served by Marilyn Caparini. For more information, go to www.daytonwater.com.